Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geek. Let's open a beverage of your choice. Because today, video number 3 of 3, we are reviewing Chastity. Trade paperback. It is written by Mark and Draco, illustrated by Dave Acosta, and colored by Thiago Ribeiro. And it's published by Dynamite. Chastity, the classic Chaos Comics character, returns, reimagined and ready for blood. After a career-ending injury shatters her Olympic dreams, 17-year-old Chastity Marks finds an escape in Alice Stonecliffe's popular series of vampire novels. Little does she know, however, that the books conceal a secret underworld of blood, agony, and death, one that she will be dragged into kicking and screaming, falling victim to the author's seductive charm, drawing the attention of the enigmatic council, and discovering a tragedy at her own doorstep. Will Chastity survive the coming darkness? And even if she does, will she remain human, become a vampire, or evolve into something new and even more fearsome? I have come across some Chastity comics in the past, sort of liked the character, and I guess this is not the initial origin story, but I guess it's kind of like their, what do you call it? The rebooting of her origin, as sometimes happens in comics these days. And it is kind of well done. You get a quick recap of things. New York, 1985. You find out quickly about her parents and her. Her mom was an Olympic medalist in, I forget, but her father did something, and her mom was, and then she had a younger brother later on. Her mom was one of those mothers who push their sports dreams on to their kids. You know, if the parents didn't succeed in anything, they pushed their kids to become, sports people. If their parents were moderately successful in something, like this mother was a bronze medalist in the Olympics. Of course, for sports, stuff like that, then the Olympics is probably a little bit more than moderately successful, so I should be careful how I say it, but she wants the daughter to take the same sports and achieve more than she did. Of course, it doesn't happen because I guess Chastity, she wasn't good in ice skating, which is what the mother was in, but she found herself really good in gymnastics. And the mother being the driven type, she kind of rode her daughter, and when Chastity landed wrong on her foot and her foot up, her leg up, the mother was just like, took this as a personal affront, sort of, Uh, what about the Olympics? And that was just horrible. So Chastity kept trying to. She drove past the pain of the rehab, and did everything, tried to do what she could, but she couldn't. Uh, couldn't satisfy her mother. So she's being driven by the need to impress. Her father is being kind of pushed away by the mother because she's solely focused on this. And once she couldn't continue with her sporting career, she just wound up being like another normal teenager and found herself reading books. She got involved in the book world, loved it, and she loved the classics. But then there was a series of books that her friends started really getting into. It was a vampire series, and she even says, that stuff. I'm not gonna get into that type of shit. I don't want to read anything about sparkling vampires. It's kind of a dig. But she gets into the series of books, loves them, and she laments that I became a groupie. And a friend says, "Hey, the author is coming to New York for a book signing," and she actually spends overnight and cuts her hair, spends overnight to meet the author. The author is kind of odd and creepy. Has her, she meets her out afterwards, where people are hanging out, and says, "Hey, let me give you a ride home." And she attacks her because she's actually a vampire. And she gets changed. I guess because she got away, the author's like, "No, this isn't going to happen," and finds out where she lives, because I guess Chastity had given the address of her house to the driver as to go home. She goes there and just wipes her family out. And doesn't manage to finish the job with Chastity, who survives and becomes kind of a half, and so she's dealing with that. And it's a really kind of a neat story, even though we've kind of heard it done before. But it is it is a well-written story with some incredible art. You feel for Chastity. She's she's a fun character who's just wanting her life to be consistent and normal, find something that she actually likes, and which leads her into all sorts of weird shit. And it's awesome. This is like a 6-part series, which I really enjoyed. I'm going to try and find some more of the trade paperbacks to read continue catching up on her adventures. And then again, you also have the cover and gallery in the back. And you know, Dynamite, they have these very subtle covers, you know. You know, the only problem I had with this is I opened it up and the cover, the binding of the cover was not exceptional. So I'm gonna have to find a way to get that back on there. That was the poor quality on the cover. Once you crack it, boom. So I found that a little annoying, but other than that, I really enjoyed the series. Story, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. And say pick it up. It's really fun and really good to look at because with the art. And it flows very well. Find yourself being, you know, laughing and just going, uh-oh. But anyway, let me know if you've ever read it and what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comic.